Hey guys, what's up? It's me again, Margaret. Got out of Topeka about 20 minutes ago, about 25 minutes ago. Had another session with my therapist. This time I thought we were going to get into it's called prolonged exposure. Maybe some vets have tried it. I've heard they've had really good luck with it. Doesn't get rid of your PTSD, but it helps you deal a lot with the situations you're in. And this one was just more of a more in-depth explanation, stuff like that. And then I kind of watched a reinforcement video of a vet named Daniel who went through it, and it really helped him out in his life. So hopefully it works out good for me too. I'm hoping that I had to see the behavioral health pharmacist. Screwed up. I thought that was today. It was actually yesterday, but she's pretty cool. She just said, no problem. I'll just fit you in after you go to your therapy. Got a bunch of stuff worked out there on meds and stuff, and I'm doing pretty good there. Did a bunch of stuff last night. Nothing I didn't think was too strenuous, but I sure didn't listen to my doctor, and I did a little bit more than I should have. And man, I woke up this morning and it felt like somebody was trying to rip my spine right out my butthole. And this device I'm wearing, this neural stimulator, pain blocker, what do you call it? I call it, it's a neural stimulator is what it is. Thing worked, amazingly well. I got it turned back up within 15-20 minutes. Man, maybe a little longer. That feeling was gone. They recommend you shut it off while you're driving to get used to it and stuff. And I don't have it off right now. I just have it turned down, just in case. If you cough, sneeze, laugh hard, whatever, tense up, it could sends electrical shock waves down to your legs and stuff. And they want to make sure you don't have a car accident, avoid all that. I talked to Ms. Spaghetti last night, good friend, also a very caring person. Works in the social services. Let's just say that. Helps a lot of people out. We had a good talk last night, and what amazes me is smart as a person Ms. Spaghetti is, and as educated as she is, quick-witted as she is. She actually used the phrase saber-toothed tiger, and of course, me being the meticulous, picky guy I was, I had to interrupt her and point out the fact that that's like finding a unicorn in a yard. No such thing as saber-toothed tiger. DNA positively proves that the saber-toothed cat is not related to the tiger at all. So yeah, that was my fun thing, just to pick on her a little bit. And then I talked to another guy. I texted him this morning. I just had something was telling me to give this guy a buzz. I hadn't talked to him a long time. It's like one of my old bros. We did not serve per se in combat together, but he showed up. He showed up on Fort Riley. He had a storm vet. I'm a storm vet. Years ago, I actually rented his basement in our little town we live in. He's moved away long ago, but he actually gave me a buzz. We had a great conversation. So salute to the Desert Dog. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. So hang in there, T-Bone. It was good to hear him. He's had medical issues and other things, but like he said in one of his texts, they can't hold him down. And good, strong man, strong will. Good to see he's still kicking. That's good. He's a new grandpa again. That's good. Strange. We're getting old, but glad to hear some of his medical issues have worked out. Still got some to go, but it was really good to hear his voice today. I did get some walls patched last night. I'm not painting them at this point because I'm probably going to buy lightweight steel siding and put that inside my shop, just to keep down like fire hazard and grinding and welding if I got to do a little bit of welding in there. That's what I got the carport for, but a lot of times if I just got something quick to tack inside, I'll take care of it there. Got more stuff packed up, and I moved a shelf. I got some plans, I'll show you guys that later, but I got my wine supply shelf set up in the corner, and up higher And I did get another batch of wine fermenting last night. It's going to be delicious pear wine. So I actually used fresh pears, and I made sure that they were good and ripe, but not rotten at all. I cut them all up nice, diced them, and got all my stuff going in there. I've got the other batch. I cold shocked it. I'm probably going to give it another day or two, and then I'll start filtering it. And I try to keep it cold when I filter it all. And then like I say, I don't buy a clarifier. I don't put that in my wine. Everything that's in there is okay for the human body, but I just use more patience and I let it settle. And that's what I'm going to do. So it'll be taken care of. Pretty tired. It was good to hear from Desert Dog. He talked to me quite a while on the way up to Topeka, and then we ended up jumping off the phone. I was going through a bad area anyway, and it'll keep me awake. Pretty tired right now, but I don't feel like I need to pull over or anything like that. I'm doing pretty good. Just thought I'd give you guys an update. I'm pretty interested to see how this prolonged exposure therapy works. I've got a little homework to do. Next time we meet, I've got to sit down and basically prioritize instances and stuff like that are in my mind. Kind of, just pick away at them one at a time, and so I'll probably be thinking about that. And when I get home tonight, the rep from Medtronics, the makers of the device that I'm wearing, Matt called me today. He's been pretty good about checking up on me. Things are looking good with it. Did find out it does not have a GPS tracking device built into it. It is just encrypted, and it is programmed for my remote control only, which is good. Not to say it couldn't be hacked, but at least I can't be tracked. I don't appreciate that. I don't like the idea of having that done. Like your cell phone, people are like, well, you can track you by your cell phone. Yeah, I know, until you shut it off and throw it away, or just get rid of it if you don't want to be tracked. But this thing's going to be inside my body, so that's why I was concerned about that. So I got that good news. So when I get home tonight, I've written a few things down, some things that have been happening with it. What do I think of the device? Get that prepared for him, so he's got something to take back. But yeah, I'm digging it. I think the device is pretty cool. I'm liking it. So I think I'm going to probably opt for having it done. I automatically get anxiety just thinking about being cut open again. After the treatment that I got from my back surgery, still, and that was back in 2016, and I never thought I'd say this as a grown, burly man. I've always tried to be a manly man, but I was traumatized by the amount of pain I was in. I had 1 milligram of morphine. I was talking to my wife because I was just in such pain. I was fading in and out, passing out from it. And a nurse there, when my wife was complaining about it, actually said to my wife, well, a little pain's never killed anybody. Well, evidently she doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. Yes, it has, and it's called shock. I know my blood pressure was out of control. I do remember writhing in pain on that bed and asking my wife to please kill me. I just couldn't take it anymore. So I think she got her ass chewed from the doctor, the surgeon, but I still, to this day, and I try not to be a vindictive person. I've been trying to do better about that, kind of rise above that sort of thing. But to this day, I'd still like to sit down face to face with whoever she is and see what she has to say and find out what kind of pain she's ever been in. I don't want to inflict pain on her, that's for sure. At least not what I went through. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, and explain to her that her way of thinking causes people trauma and stress that I don't, I'm still bothered by it to this day. Just the thought of that pain gives me anxiety about any kind of treatment I get. I was sweating bullets when they just inserted these leads in my back, and this is just leads going in my back, like an epidural type thing. They get steroid shots in the spine. That's basically what that was, and I was still just freaked out from it, all because of that the major back surgery I'd had. So I can tell you that the Salina Regional Medical Center back then, I don't know who she was. Man, I hope she's not there anymore, because I think that's where I'm going to have the permanent device installed. And if I can figure out if she was my nurse the last time and she's still there, I will by name request that she not take care of me at all, because of her attitude towards pain management and her patients. That is just horrid to think of that. My wife's an RN, and first thing she has for patients is caring and empathy. I just don't understand where that lady was coming from, but to this day, it still bugs me. So, if you're listening out there in your medical field at all, you better be careful about just how used and how routine, how used you can be, I can't even talk right now. You fall into a groove, I guess is what I'm trying to say, a rut, and you get to the point where you're just a machine and you're just turning out patients, and they're just there. Remember, there's a human being laying there, okay? And I could speak from personal experience how devastating it can be later on too, if you come to terms with how you've treated people and what you've done to people and the pain you've allowed to happen or be inflicted on people, and how that can make you feel. And I don't know. I don't even know. I bet you she doesn't even have any shame or anything from it. I'd sure like to talk to her about it. It was only 2 years ago, and it's as if it just happened. So keep that in mind, medical personnel. Man, there's gruff old suckers like me, and the only thing we're really allergic to is pain. And I'm not a drug seeker. I don't take narcotics. I don't do any of that stuff. So if I'm sitting there writhing in pain and I'm asking for anything to kill that pain, don't sit there and tell my spouse a little pain never killed anybody. That's the worst pain I've ever been in my life. And I've experienced some severe trauma before, impact trauma, and that was the worst I've ever had. So just keep that in mind, medical personnel. So anyway, I'm still cruising down the highway. I'm taking a back way, not really a back way, just cruising this way. I like to change up the different directions I go, breaks up the monotony. And when I get home, I'll see what's going on. We'll see if we can't make sure the critters are fed. And it's been kind of cold, so I had the hounds in the shop in front of the fire last night. They were pretty happy. And I'll do a little picture taking and stuff, and do a little video and show you what I did get done. It doesn't look like I've accomplished much, but you could have really seen the place before. Man, it was a horrible junk pile, just piled up with crap. So I feel like I've gotten something accomplished. So we'll talk to you later, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate that. Later.